Well, you know, they've got great work ethic, and I told the kids this morning in practice that one of the things that we have to do to be good is to learn to love each other and enjoy the game and enjoy practice and things like that. It's not always fun, but they have to learn, you know, to come out and be intense and be enthusiastic and to focus every practice. And so far, that's what we've seen out of this group for the most part. And we've had a couple off practices, but for the most part, they've done exactly that. So that means they're preparing well, which is a good sign.
You know, you lose 6 All-NHC players from last year's squad, but when you take a look at having Zach back and the totals that you put up offensively, at 44 points a game, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. How do you hope to improve on that number, if that's at all possible?
Well, that was a pretty good year offensively. One of the things is we've got a lot of returning starters on that, especially in the skill positions on offense, and Zach's one of them. You know, he'd be a third year that he will start for us, which is it's always a luxury to have a 3-year starter at quarterback, especially his senior year. You know, and but we've got very good receivers coming back. We lost a good receiver, we lost a very good running back, and but we feel like the kids that are still here are going to fill that void really well. So our skill positions will be a strength for us, I think, on offense.
And when it comes to the defense, obviously you replaced Drew and some talented players as well, Sam as well. Where are you at defensively, and what are going to be some of the strengths on the defensive side of the football?
Well, you're right. We lost the entire defensive line, and that was a question mark for us. But we were pretty excited about the kids we have coming. We went to a team camp early in the summer, and these kids did an outstanding job and kind of filled in the holes that we had, and we're excited to see what they can do. And they've done really well in practice, and they've adapted well, they listen well, they're working hard, like we said. And our DBs have gotten better and better. Right now they're playing about as well as they have. So we're right where we want to be as coaches, and we feel like this team is right where it should be.
You know, 3 straight NHC titles. Obviously a 4th would be a big goal for you guys, but talk about what it's like to prepare to win a 4th title, knowing that, you know, you're kind of the big bad wolf of the conference right now.
You know, it's an important goal for our team, and we feel like our conference is tough year in and year out. We know each other so well, the teams in this conference, we know what we're going to do, and it is a battle, and it's a privilege to play in it, and to win it and have a target. You know, that's it's kind of a privilege in a way, and we know that whoever wins that conference the next year, everybody's going to be gunning for them, and we've been in that position before. And so, you know, it's a tribute to last year's squad. Really doesn't have a whole lot to do with this year. We're a whole new group now, and so that's how we look at it.
That said, sectional title, the last one here at Homestead, came in 2006. Of all the great regular seasons and conference championship you guys have put up, I know you want to see more success in the postseason. How do you go about doing that?
Well, that takes the senior. We believe the seniors are leading in that area, and you know, so far they have done an outstanding job of focusing on that in particular. I think if we're good enough to win a sectional, we're good enough to win a conference, and if we're good enough to win our section, I think we're good enough to make a run in the playoffs, because obviously Snyder has been the team to beat, and when they win it, they've usually been very competitive at the next level. So it's a very tough sectional, and we feel like that should be the ultimate goal.
And when you take a look at Zach, talk about the maturation process and what you've seen from him from sophomore season to junior season to now as a senior that has impressed you, and maybe areas in which he's grown to lead this team.
Well, his work ethic's good, you know, and he's willing to do all the extra things that are required of quarterbacks. There's certain things that they have to do that nobody else on the team has to, you know, and they have to spend a lot of time throwing, have a lot of time with their receivers, and he's been willing to do that. And he did that all spring with his guys, and he did that during the summer. Now he's been doing it all year. So his football skills as far as quarterbacking are as good as they've ever been. He's stronger than he's ever been. You know, all the things that we ask of every kid to do. And I think he knows that he's got some good weapons around him, and he's focused on getting the ball to those guys in the right spot. So that, you know, he's just been done a lot to help this team be successful.